So, as we discussed earlier about the alkaloids, now the largest class of the secondary metabolites are the terpenes, which is having at least 15,000 different structures. It means that terpenes are having largest and most diverse class of organic compounds. These terpenes are chemically and functionally diverse group as they are lipophilic polymers, that is, these terpenes are insoluble in water and they are having simple structure like isoperine, or we can say these terpenes are 5 carbon unit with 2 methyl and 1,3 butadiene compound. This compound isoperine is derived from the malonic acid pathway. Terpenes are grouped into several classes based on the number of carbon atoms present in a particular molecule. Due to this, they are having diverse range of classes. So, when there is a formation of cyclic structure, addition of oxygen containing functional group, and conjugation with the sugars. If we will talk about what are the different families which are included in the terpenes, these are hormones, carotene pigments, sterols, and sterol derivatives. As we know, the hormones, which are one of the family of the terpenes, these include the gibberellic acid and the abscisic acid. Or if we will talk about the carotene pigment, these include the carotene and the xanthophyll. And for the sterols, we are having stegosterol and the cholesterol, and the sterol derivatives, which include the cardiac glycosides, the latex basis of the natural rubber, and they also form the essential oils, which are having distinct color and flavor. It has been observed that the cytokinin, another hormone, plant hormone, phytohormone, cytokinin hormone, and the chlorophyll are not terpenes, but they do contain terpenoid side chain. So, if we'll talk about the terpenes are constituent of essential oils, it has been observed in many plants, like in case of stress plants, mint or eucalyptus, or various herbs like saga. They are having complex mixture of alcohol, aldehydes, ketones, and terpenoids. All they are collectively called as essential oils. These essential oils are having specific essence, or we can say they are having characteristic odor and flavor. Due to this, they are utilized in case of perfume industry. Sometimes they are also known to have insect repellent properties. The terpenes and the terpene derivative found in essential oil are predominantly hemimono and hemimono are there, and with they might be having moderately volatile to highly volatile in nature. These essential oils are synthesized in, maybe sometimes these are synthesized in hairs or leaf surfaces. So when they are synthesized in hairs, they are formed in the special structure called the granular trichromes, which are these are the cells, granular trichromes, which are present on the hair, or they are also present on the leaf surfaces of citrus, which are produced by the glands in the peel. As we know, in the case of orange peels, they are having these oil type component in their peels. The resin of certain conifers, for example, also accumulate mixture of terpenes, including the monoterpenes or alpha and beta pinene and mycene. So here in this diagram, we are having different classes of terpenes, like we are having hemiterpenoid. The example is the tigilic acid, or we are having monoterpenide, cyclic monoterpenide, that is example of methanol which is present in the peppermint oil. We are having diterpenoid, the example is phytol, chlorophyll, part of the chlorophyll ring, or triterpenoids, or we are having triterpenoid, and the example is stigmamesterol, and we are having tetraterpenoid compound, the example of that is the beta carotene. Even we can say the steroids and the sterols are the tetracyclic triterpenoids. These are steroids, or the sterols are actually the terpenoids, but they are tetracyclic terpenoids and are synthesized from the acyclic triterpene succinylene, which are modified and have fewer than 30 carbon atoms attached with the alcohol group. In case of plants, the steroids are called as sterols. So, in plants, it has been observed that there are two main sterols which constitute about the 70% of the total steroid present in the plants. These are stigmasterol and cetosterol. There are there are many 150 different other sterols which are also present in the nature, as cholesterol is one of the example of the plant sterol. So although the widespread is in occurrence, but these cholesterol are having tracer quantity of these cholesterol are present in the plant. When we go for the extraction of oil from these plants, they are marketed as, or these oils are tagged with the cholesterol free because of extremely low level of cholesterol present in these oils. These sterols are also make the constituent of plasma membrane. These sterols are polar molecules. They pack into the plasma membrane differently than the phospholipids. Sterols pack more tightly than the phospholipids. So if they pack tightly in the phospholipids, that means they increase the viscosity of the membrane, which enhance the stability of the membranes, these are the sterols. Or we can say we are having polyterpenes. These polyterpenes include the carotenoid pigment and the natural rubber. Larger terpenes include the tetraterpenes, 40 carbon atom molecules, or the polyterpenes. The principal the important is the isoprene derivative in that case, with a greater molecular weight or greater molecular mass than the tetraperenes, and the examples are rubber and gutta. Rubber is a polymer consists of up to 15,000 isoprenyl units. It contains 15,000 isoprenyl units. The only difference between rubber and gutta is the configuration of the double bonds. In the rubber, the double bonds are all cis configuration, while in the gutta, the double bond are all trans in position or configuration. In the plants, it has been observed that rubber occurs as small particles. These small particles are suspended in a milky white emulsions. So these milky white emulsions are called as latex. Rubber occurs in a small suspended milky white suspension particles. So these are called as the latex. Latex produced in is widespread by plants, with estimated range from few hundred to several thousand species. So it means latex are produced by wide variety of the plant species that produce latex in some forms, in different forms. Latex contain about 30 to 40% of rubber. If we will go for the isolation of rubber from these white emulsions, white milky emulsions, it has been observed that the latex contain, it has been observed that there is a 50% water and only 20 to 30%, 30 to 40% is rubber, and the balance is a complex mixture of resins, terpenes, proteins, and sugars. In most plants, latex is produced in the phloem and accumulate in a series of long interconnected vessels. So these long interconnected vessels are called as lenticular Leticifers. The best known source of gutta is a desert shrub, which is mostly seen in the Mexico, or these are seen in the southwestern United States. So it has been said that it has been observed that the while eating terpenites daily may benefit metabolic disorder including the diabetes. So terpenites can modulate the activity of ligand dependent transcription factors, particularly peroxisome proliferator activator receptor PPARS. This receptor is involved in the regulation of genes which are involved in the metabolism of fat and glucose. And this PPRA activation has provided beneficial effect on the blood pressure, cholesterol levels, diabetes, heart disease, and stroke. So we can say that PPAR act as a dietary sensors that control energy homeostasis in the plants. So these are the few examples of the terpenes which occur in the plants. So we can say about the what are the different functions of, in general, if we'll talk about the functions of the secondary metabolites. So they are competitive weapons against other living animals. Like plants use these secondary metabolites as a competitive weapons against another plants, insects, or microorganisms. Or these secondary metabolites are involved in the metal transporting agents, or sometimes they are involved in the symbiotic relation between the other organisms. As we know, as we have studied that these secondary metabolites, like especially the terpenoids, they are present in the essential oil, they are having different odor and smell, due to which these terpenoids are also involved as a reproductive agent, and they are also involved in the differentiation effectors, agent of communication between the organisms. And these secondary metabolites are involved in the antimicrobial and antiparasitic activities. In many cases, it has been observed that the secondary metabolites are involved in many enzymatic inhibitions, or in many, and they inhibit many enzymatic reactions. Even like we have studied in alkaloids, they also act as an anti-tumorigenic agent. And most importantly is these secondary metabolites are used as a immunosuppressive agents. So this is the future for the plant biotechnologies. So it means in plants we are having lots to do, lot of things to do. So there will be many species present in the nature which will be having such type of compounds which will be used for the treatment of diseases, like we are right now suffering from the COVID-19. So from plant secondary metabolites it may be possible that there will be some specific compound secondary metabolites which is present in the plant that will be treatment for some diseases as well. Thank you.